So welcome you back. So in the last class we started discussing about this rotor resistance starter. So this is the rotor resistance. So by varying this resistance you can reduce the starting current. Okay. So then we are going to calculate the starter steps. So this is also we have started starter steps from 1 to n number of steps are there. So the resistance up to from starter step 1 is R1 and from 2 total resistance is R2 and so on. So a number of steps are there. R2 is the rotor resistance. So this represents the rotor resistance. So maximum and minimum currents you are going to calculate. So for this particular section, the resistance value is going to be R1. So in maximum and minimum current at a particular starter step is going to be the same value. But here at the starting position, the speed will be different. At the ending position, the speed will be different, so that the slip value will also be different. Okay, so this is the fundamental equation of rotor current of induction motor. S into E2 pi R square plus R2 square plus Sx2 the whole square. That is the conventional expression, square root of it is Z2. So from this equation you take out the S, so that you are making the reactance as a constant parameter and resistance as the variable parameter. So resistance is going to be varied. So this is the conventional equation. So here in the maximum position, the speed will be some value, so that the slip is S1. At this particular position, the speed will be different, so the slip value will be S2. But for this entire section, the resistance value is going to be R1. So for the maximum current, it is R1 by S1, and for the minimum current, it is R1 by S2. So like that, you can write the equation for maximum current and minimum current for a particular starter step. So in the second step, the resistance is R2, but the maximum current is with the same value as the previous section. That is, this minimum value of current is going to be the maximum value of the next section. Okay, so it is R2 by S2, but at the final section, it is going to be S3. So like that, any number of. So during this third step, it is going to be R3. Actually here R3. Okay, you change it in the book also. So maximum current is R3 by S3 and minimum current is R3 by S4. The next is speed. So like that, you can write any number of set of equations for maximum current and minimum current in a particular starter step duration. The initial position and final position of the particular starter stud positions. Okay. So then we are consolidating the equations for maximum current and minimum current. So in the maximum current, as from this equation, these two parameters are constant. Okay, voltage and reactance are going to be constant. So you can simply write it as R1 by S1 equal to R2 by X2 and so on. The final resistance is the rotor resistance R2 and maximum slip is going to be S max. So that from this equation you are writing R1 by S1, R2 by S2 and so on, and final value is R2 by S max and previous value is Rn by Sn and its previous is Rn minus 1, Sn minus 1 and so on. Okay, and from the minimum equation, minimum current equation, it is R1 by S2, R2 by S3, R3 by S4 and so on. Maximum value of slip is going to be S max, so its previous resistance is Rn minus 1. So that we are writing R1 by S2, R2 by S3 and so on, and final value is Rn minus 1 by S max. Okay. So then you are writing from this equation S2 by S1 cross multiplication of these two equations, S2 by S1 and these two equations, S3 by S2, so on, S2 by S1, S3 by S2 and S3 by S4 by S3 and so on is equal to. So from this expression, S2 by S1 is equal to R2 by R1. Okay, so it is R2 by R1. That is S2 by S1 is equal to R2 by R1. Then from this set of equation, it is S3 by S2. That is S3 by S2. That is equal to R3 by R2. So it is R3 by R2 and so on. You are writing this equation, and the final value will be this R2, and it's. See here, it is the final resistance and it is the previous resistance, previous step resistance. Like that, it will be going on. Okay, for a slip value as well as for the resistance value, it is S2 by S1, S3 by S2, S4 by S3 and so on. For the resistance also it is R2 by R1, R3 by R2 previous resistance and so on. Very final resistance is R2 and its previous resistance is Rn minus 1, that is equal to K. Okay. So from this equation we are writing R1 is equal to S1 multiplied with this R2 by S max. Okay, R1 is equal to, from this equation 1, R1 is equal to S1 multiplied with R2 by S max. S1 is the very first value of slip, that is during the starting condition. So that this S1 will be equal to 1 because it is at the starting condition. Okay. So you know the value of resistance R1 because R2 is the rotor resistance is known to you, S max will also be known to you. These two are the known parameters as well as the fixed parameters of the motor. So these two values are being known to you. You can calculate R1 first. Okay. So R1 is simply R2 by S max. So R1 is a known parameter. So then what is R2? So from this equation 3, R2 is equal to R1 multiplied with this K. R3 is R2 multiplied with this K and so on. Okay. So R2 is equal to K multiplied with this R1. Okay, R2 is K multiplied with this R2. R3 is K multiplied with this R2. R3 is K multiplied with this R2. R2 into K into R1. So it is K into R1. So it is K square into R1. So all the starter step resistances are going to be written in terms of the known value of resistance R1. So R2 is K into R1. R3 is K square into R1. So R4 is K cube into R1. That means it is N minus 1. Okay. So suppose N number of steps are there. So nth step resistance is going to be K to the power N minus 1 multiplied with this known value R1. So final resistance R2 total resistance is going to be, so it is K N minus 1 into R1. Okay. Say for example R4 is K cube into R1. So final resistance is total resistance R2, that is equal to K. Suppose N number of steps are there, it is N minus 1 into R1. So this equation R2 is equal to K N minus 1 into R1. R1 already you know that it is S2 by S max. See here, R2 by S max. R1 is R2 by S max, you are substituting. So it is K N minus 1. So R2 will get cancelled from this equation at both sides. So that you can write S max is equal to K N minus 1. So if you divide this equation with the power of 1 by N minus 1, this will become K and S max to the power 1 by N minus 1. See in the next section. So that we are writing K is equal to S max to the power 1 by N minus 1. N is the number of starter studs. Okay. N is the number of starter studs. So like that. So say for example here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 studs are there, so that there will be 6 number of steps. First step, second, third, fourth, 5 and 6th step. Last step will be here. So only rotor resistance will be there. Okay. So if 5 studs are there, starter steps are going to be n plus 1. Okay. N is the number of starter stud. Okay, starter studs. Number of steps is going to be n plus 1. So you have to keep it in mind so that you can substitute in the problems. So I think you understand what is the difference between starter studs and starter steps. So actually starter studs are how many sections? No? Sections of resistance is there. So here 5 sections of resistance. But starter step is from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 and 5 to 6. 6 will be here. So 6 number of starter steps will be there. Okay. So now we have calculated K also in terms of the known value. S max is known to you. N is the number of starter studs. So that you can substitute it over here. The resistance of various sections can be found. No? So for this, here each starter stud is represented in terms of rows. Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5 and so on. So you know up to this point 1 it is R1 and point 2 R2 and so on. Suppose if we want to calculate row 1, it is R1 minus R2. Okay, row 1 is R1 minus R2. R2 you know K into R1, so it is 1 minus K into R1. So in the same way, row 2 is R2 minus R3. So R2 minus R3. R2, you know, it is 1 minus k into R1. Okay. So like that, you can substitute the values of different starter resistance, starter step resistance in terms of R1, and you can get it. So you are getting row 2 actually. So row 1 is 1 minus k into R1. Row 2 is k into row 1. Row 2 is k into row 1. You can calculate this particular value because R1 is known to you. K is also known to you, so that you can get row 1. Once if row 1 is known to you, you can get other starter resistance. Row 2 is k into row 1. Row 3 is k square into row 1. That is, this is, suppose if it is n and it is n minus 1, like that. So you can keep it in mind. So this is how you can calculate the starter steps and the value of resistance can be found. So it is a simple problem actually given. It is a 5-step rotor resistance starter. 3-phase induction motor, 2%, that is the maximum starting current is 2%, it is lifted short circuited. Okay, so S max is given as 2%, and rotor resistance per phase, that is R2, small case letter R2 is 0.01. So R2, sorry, 0.02 ohms. Okay, so 5-step. So 5-step means it will be n is equal to 5 plus 1. So number of steps will be this particular 5 step plus 1. So it is n is equal to 6 here. Okay. So first you calculate the value of R1. So it is known value, R2 by S max. Both the values are given in the problem itself. So you are getting 1 ohm is the resistance. And then you calculate K, it is S max multiplied with 1 by, S max to the power of 1 by n minus 1. So n is 6. Okay. So it is 6 minus 1, 5. Okay. So in this value you are calculating, you are getting some value for K. So once if this K is known, you can calculate R2. So R1 you have calculated 1 ohm. R2 is K into R1. R3 is K into R2. So like that you can substitute everything. R2 is K into R3. So like that you can calculate all the values of this resistance. Then you can subtract to calculate the value of row 1, row 2, row 3 and so on. Row 1 is R1 minus R2. Row 2 is R2 minus R3. Row 3 is R3 minus R4. Row 4 is R4 minus R5. Okay, so all the values you are able to calculate, and row 5 is R5 minus this R2. Okay, so R5 minus R2. So all the values we have calculated. So this is what about the rotor resistance starter and a problem to solve the rotor resistance starter. I hope you understand. Suppose you are getting any doubt, you just clarify me in the Moodle website discussion forum. Thank you for listening, students. In the next class, we will be discussing about the speed control methods and then braking methods in the another video. Thank you.